Entertainment. This is your host, Wyman. Welcome to Movie Nuggets. I just finished watching The Little Mermaid from 2023. It's animated, not Disney. Interestingly enough, I did a search for just Mermaid, and I couldn't believe how many variations of mermaid movies I came across. I'm surprised it didn't come across Splash, but I think it's because I searched by mermaid. Excuse me. And the movie Splash doesn't have the word mermaid in it. So this is an animated movie from 2023. Interestingly enough, the animation was kind of jarring for me initially. I had some time. It took some time for me to get used to it. It was interesting though because it kind of reminded me of some of the animation styles from uh, the 1990s. Excuse me. And the 2000s when CGI graphics were starting to go more mainstream. It was, it had areas that looked really good and areas that looked a little mismatched, I guess. And some areas that looked really flat, like a lot of the underwater scenes. Uh, excuse me. You like see the surface of the water, which had kind of a wavy effect, which you saw quite a bit of in the early CGI animations. And then you'd see like a blanket of blue that looked a little on the flat side, and then you'd see the CGI characters. So it took time for me to get used to, but once I got into it, then I really started to get into it. Um, Instead of Flounder as her companion, let's see. Oh shoot, what is her name? It's not Ariel. It's kind of like Saria or Serena as the Little Mermaid, and then her companion is oh shoot. Excuse me. Saria. It's not Sebastian. It's Sebastian's from the Disney version. Saria, Serena, and dang it, I just had it too. Anyway, I blanked out. Um, so the royal companion of the king or the assistant kind of looks like a flounder style fish, except he's a little more bland or a different color scheme, and he wears glasses. Excuse me. Oh wait, Flounder was the Little Mermaid's companion in the Disney version. So instead of a flounder fish, um, this Little Mermaid has a sea turtle. And the king's companion was not a flounder fish. It's one of those flat, uh, oval shaped fish. I forget what you call it. Uh, excuse me. It had kind of the same similar beats to the Disney version, but what was nice about this one is The whole family was supportive. They had her three sisters were more involved in the movie than I remember the sisters in the Disney version. In fact, in the Disney version, I was always under the impression that her sisters kind of thought their littlest sister was kind of spoiled, and maybe they resented her for that. These three sisters, would make sacrifices for Soria or Serena. I couldn't tell based on the name, and for some reason, it's got to be a setting or something. But on my Amazon Prime, Amazon Video, shortly after the movie ends and the end credits start to roll, it then cuts out and switches to an advertisement instead of letting me watch the closing credits. So I like to back it out. I mean, I like to revisit and see if I can view the end credits. I think it also includes Little Mermaid's grandmother, and I think she's voiced by uh, Michelle Yeoh, martial artist, and the one who was in the recent Star Trek series as the captain. I think Star Trek Discovery, was it? No, Discovery had that Michael Burnham captain. Strange New, is it Strange New Worlds? Well, the one after STD, I think, is the one where Michelle Yeoh was captain. Um, but I think it was Michelle Yeoh doing the voice for the grandmother mermaid, which is why I thought it was I was so interested in checking out the end credits. Um, I liked the film. If I ran across it again, I probably would be willing to rewatch it. It's not something I'd watch a lot. I mean, I do like. I still really enjoyed the Little Mermaid from Disney, um, but I actually ended up liking this one quite a bit. It had cute and funny scenes in it, and it was definitely entertaining. And although they didn't have any singing numbers, and they didn't even have a little crab like Sebastian from the Disney version, it was fine. Um, uh, excuse me. Sorry, tired. Um, because I mean, they didn't have any singing versions. They didn't have any singing segments, I guess I should say. There wasn't any scene like Kiss the Girl or anything like that. Uh, but they handled it without, you know, without actual singing. And when she lost her voice, she did still lose her voice. They also introduced this thing that I don't remember from the Disney version, and it might not have been part of the Disney version, where Ariel, or this version of Ariel, Serena or Soria, gets banished to the deepest, darkest trench. I guess it's similar to the deep trench that was described in the Aquaman movie, Aquaman 2, with Jason Momoa. But it was pretty neat. I like the way they handled it. I like the differences between this and the Disney version. Again, the animation was jarring for me till I got into it and got used to it. And It was actually quite impressive in the end. I mean, it was serviceable. It did the job. It actually got really pretty good in terms of the effects. Um, Families would probably enjoy it. What else? Oh, there were a couple funny animation scenes where it seemed like it was missing. Like there was a horse-drawn carriage, and it was missing. It was missing the reins. So you literally had two horses. You had two horses pulling a carriage, and then you know how you have those wooden bars or whatever on either side of the horses to keep them more or less going straight. Well, there was nothing holding the carriage onto the horses. It's pretty funny. Um, One thing that I nitpicked was that the Little Mermaid got quickly accustomed to having legs. You'd think there would be more of a learning curve, but she was a little wobbly initially, but short while later, boom, she already knows how to walk. And another nitpick I had was the prince, was very into the outdoors, and she was very into the outdoors. And he takes her to this really awesome view, but in order to get there, you have to climb these rocks. And man, there's this area that's really steep, and I'm not even sure I would chance it. As he's climbing up, he himself, the prince, kind of stumbles back and is about to fall over the side. But since Little Mermaid was standing behind, following him up the rock, she was there to catch him before he could fall over. And then you catch a scene where he's climbing up these rocks, and it's like, wow, that's a good, I want to say 4 to 6 feet. Well, maybe higher than that. It was higher than his height, so maybe about 10, 12 feet. And it had places for you to grab a hold with your hands and stuff. Yeah, sure. But at the same time, it was almost all vertical scaling from there on to the top. And but they got to see the view and all that good stuff. Something that was kind of amusing is they were trying to set up a wedding like a day or two later with the daughter of another kingdom, because they wanted to get their son, the prince, married off. And the daughter turns out to still be in school. I guess she's in university, and she's studying fashion design. So, like, you realize as the two go and try and learn about each other, get acclimated to each other, used to each other, in to leading up to the wedding the next day. Um, they went out for a walk and stuff, and were sharing their interests with each other. Come to find out, he's really outdoorsy. He likes to do stuff and explore and sail on boats and stuff like that. She's really into fashion and fashion design and staying indoors. She's very much a homebody. So you could easily tell that they were not a match. They were total opposites, but they were very, they were very friendly to each other. Um, and she was even friendly to the Little Mermaid. You know how in the Disney version, the how Ursula casts a spell on herself to pose as a prospective princess to marry the prince to thwart Ariel's ability to, experience true love and stuff. Well, as opposed to that happening, this other princess from another kingdom came into play, into the picture. So it was pretty sweet. I liked it. It was good. I don't know if I'll watch it again. I might if I stumble across it again. Um, would I own it? I don't know if it were part of a good deal, and maybe if I'm at the thrift store, like at some of the thrift stores I go to, you can either get a DVD or Blu-ray for $1, or if you catch them on the huge sale, you can get a whole bags full of DVDs and Blu-rays for $5. So I'm hoping to catch a sale like that. If I do come across that movie in one of those sales, for sure I'd grab it. I might check out these other variants of the Little Mermaid one, even possibly the scarier ones, even though I'm not huge into horror. Um, but yeah, it was good. The Little Mermaid 2023. Um, Thanks so very much for joining me on Movie Nuggets, and you'll have a good one. Bye.